culture thrives and the people speak. Your heartbeat
Good evening, here's iPower 102.7 FM News at 7. I am Inyolua Adekoya. First, the headlines. INEC announces election date. Now Fund exonerates Uni Abuja. On the foreign scene, Kenya to open border with Somalia. And in sport, Kun Khalifat to lock arms with Barrow. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news in detail, beginning from Oyo State. As anticipated, the Oyo State government has crowned the Alago of Agoja as the traditional ruler. The coronation, which was done today, also witnessed several Oyo chiefs elevated to the status of traditional rulers. The traditional institutions have been unsettled since Oyo State adopted a rotational chairmanship for the State Council of Obas. And now to electoral matters. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced 20th of February 2027 as the date slated for the conduct of Presidential and National Assembly election. The electoral umpire also announced 6th of March as the date for the conduct of governorship and state of House of Assembly. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Amupiton announced this while addressing a press conference in Abuja today. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has refuted claims that authorities of the University of Abuja diverted student loans sent to the institution. In a statement signed by its director of the Strategic Communication, Oluwatui Oseyemi, the agency said there is no evidence to back off the claim. NELFund boasted that it operates a structural disbursement and reconciliation framework that gives no room for diversion. This news at 7 is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Murray. Still to come on the foreign scene, Kenya to open border with Somalia. And in sport, Kun Khalifa to lock arms with Barrow.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, Hyper 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. Hyper FM 102.7.
Yes, glad to have you back. And now to foreign matters. Kenya has announced that it's planned to open the border with Somalia in April after it has been closed for 15 years. The closure is directly connected with terrorist group Al-Shabaab that has crossed the border several times to launch deadly attacks on Kenya. President of Kenya, Williams Ruto, announced the plans today. The border has been closed since October 2021. And now, still talking foreign matters, lawmakers in Venezuela have postponed the adoption of a bill which will protect protesters from being prosecuted. The sitting was stalled as after the House failed to reach agreement on several important aspects of the bill. Protesters have taken to the streets after the removal of Nicolas Maduro. And now to the sporting arena as the Nigerian Premier Football League enters week 26. Barrow FC is set to host Kun Khalifat at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Both teams that were promoted into the Nigerian Premier Football League last season have so far given a different account of themselves. While Barrow is currently ranked 14th on the table, Kun Khalifat is at the bottom of the Nigerian league table. To end the iPower 102.7 FM news at 7, let's take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced the 20th of February 2027 as the date slated for the conduct of presidential and National Assembly elections. Also in the course of the bulletin, we equally informed you that the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has refuted claims that the authorities of the University of Abuja diverted student loans sent to the institution. On the foreign scene, we informed you that Kenya has announced its plans to open its border with Somalia in April after it has been closed for 15 years. And finally, in the sporting arena, we informed you as the Nigerian Premier Football League enters week 26. Barrow FC is set to host Kun Khalifat at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. And that was the iPower 102.7 FM News at 7, edited by Alaba Adeyemi. My name is Iniolua Adekoya. Many thanks for listening and a beautiful evening to you.